Hello. Today's Sound Communications quick tip is on adding user security. You can do that directly from the server, or if you have the AMC client, you can do that from there. So let's open up the AMC client and look at it from that way. If we open up the client and expand out underneath the site these servers, we'll see users. The users are the people who can play back calls. So if we click on this, we see we just have the standard default installed users, none specific to your site. Let's add some. If the users are clicked on, we hit configure. We're asked who we are so we can make sure that we have security to do this. I'll put in my credentials. And the security window will pop up from the configuration manager. Now there are two things here, users and classes of service. The users are the people playing back the calls, copying them, emailing them, shutting down the server. The class of service is their rank. How much rights do they have to the audio log? So if we expand out the admin, they have all the rights. If we expand out a user, they have the least amount of rights. Well, let's make a specific user. We can do this by hitting the Add a User button. We'll do the audio log authentication, saving the Windows authentication for a different occasion. Let's put in the user ID of trainer. Give them a password. And let's make them a user. We'll add them, and now we see the trainer. If we go down the class of service and expand user, we'll see the user and now the trainer. But the thing with the user is they have a limited amount of rights. They can't listen to everyone and monitor everyone. So when you make a new user, you have to say, who can you listen to and what can you do? So we'll expand out the trainer, go to playback. None of the agents or channels are checked. Let's check Brian, Carol, and Carolyn. Hit save, and now when this trainer logs in, they'll be able to see these three people. Now you have copy, download, email, monitor, and playback. What if you don't want your basic users to even have the ability to monitor or email or download, just playback certain calls? Well, you can make your own class of service. If we go up here, we can add a class. The class ID has to be a number. It can be 11 or greater. So this is the first one, we'll make it 11. Let's make the class name playback only. Check playback and hit add. Now here's playback only. Now with this trainer, their class of service is user. If we go over here to custom, we can make it playback only. Hit modify. And now the trainer can only play back. These three people, the only rights it can ever have. Now let's say this trainer is no longer with the company. If we click on trainer, hit the delete user button, the modify turns into a delete. You click that and you get a final, are you very sure you want to do this? Yes. And now that user is no longer there. But that playback only is there as well. You can do the same if you need to remove a class of service. Click on playback only. Click on the remove a class. The modify turns to delete. Are you sure you want to delete this class? Yes. And that's a brief overview of security. You can hit close and OK, and now you're back out. If you have any further questions about security, please don't hesitate to call Sound Communications at 800-556-8556.